on your dinner. I hope you're having a wonderful dinner, 𝛚𝛚. Also, welcome in. Okay, wait, let me go ahead and do my welcomes real quick while I fix everything. Okay. Clearing my throat here. Welcome in Azure, welcome in House, welcome in Dabs, welcome in 𝛚𝛚. I think that's everybody so far. Yeah, welcome. Okay. Give me like 3 minutes to try to get everything sorted out, because like everything is kind of going on. Okay, what if I... Okay, there you go, I fixed it. Yeah, okay, I can hear my audio for a second, and I don't like hearing the sound of my own voice. Like, oh wait, JJ, you didn't say anything! Welcome in! This is May 29th is a new league for PoE2, but you'll need help for... Yes, I know about that for sure. I'm so excited for the new league in Path of Exile. I'm gonna be playing it a lot once the new league is coming out. But I'm still gonna be exploring a little bit of the game before the new league launches. And for anybody who doesn't know about that, Path of Exile is a live service game that because it's an early access, every time it gets a new update, all your progress gets reset. Not like everything, but like most of everything. You literally just throw an object? Oh, I don't know. I just saw the object get thrown. I don't know that you threw it at me. Come on. Plus, I've also got like... Oh, now I see it. Okay. So let me give everybody a fair heads up. Today, I'm trying something new, right? Not only am I doing educational content for, the first time in forever, since high school, also, I'm multi-streaming! So I'll be able to be visible anywhere you guys prefer on YouTube, TikTok, or Twitch. I think for YouTube, though... Okay, I will be honest. I will be paying more attention to YouTube and Twitch chats. That's just because they are merged in one area on my screen. I can see them. I can see everything. Hi, Ren, welcome in. But if I do miss... If I do miss a chat message from anyone on TikTok, I do apologize. But yeah. Oh my gosh, what's wrong with my throat? I need more Canada Dry. Explaining the Omegaverse, but she says she doesn't read yaoi. Okay, look, Snacks. Some Omegaverse stuff is straight. Archie, welcome. I sort of I've got stuff in my throat. I feel like my body's trying to physically stop me from doing this stream today. How am I? I'm doing great, Red. Thank you. Okay, I'll be honest. This stream was supposed to start exactly an hour earlier. However, figuring out the multi-stream stuff got like me hella delayed. That, and I was also putting the final touches on my presentation. Guys. So for anybody who doesn't know, I've been talking about this topic for the longest time, and I had this brilliant stream idea sitting in my head, wobbling around, about how I would like to teach my community, the people who watch me, about the Omegaverse, because I do not deserve to suffer alone. Look, if I grew up understanding all of this with my unlimited access to the internet, you all will use your unlimited access to the internet to suffer along with me, and that's the plan for today. To anyone who doesn't know what the Omegaverse is, you will soon find out. Find out. But yeah. Ooh, what do I talk about though to kill some time? We'll officially start the presentation, I think, in around like 10 minutes or so, just so I can get some talking done. I need to warm up. I gotta warm myself up. Or should we jump right into it? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I'm going back and forth by myself. Okay, I'll be honest, I should have planned this stream better, but I'm not gonna do that. Nope, I'm never gonna do that. I think for me, planning anything more than like an hour in advance, that's already asking for a lot. Welcome in, Logan. I hope you guys are doing okay. But yeah, so we're gonna be vibing today. That's all about it. Let me tell you guys. Oh wait, now I know what I can tell you guys about. Let me tell you guys a little bit about the backstory for this, how I came up with this idea, why it happened, what I did to make this idea come to life. That way you guys can understand the backstory for why we are all here today. Now, one day when I was streaming on Twitch, I decided, hey, I'm gonna take a look at my analytics because, analytics tell me information, and information is good. So I checked my analytics, and what I found out? I was devastated because I found out that women avoid me. 80 to 90% of my community members happen to be men. So, or guys, or identify as guys or femboys. I don't know. Anyways, he, him pronouns, whatever. So, diagnostics read that about 80 to 70%, it depends on the platform, but 80 to 70% of you guys happen to be male. So if there are any women in chat, I love you. And can you bring more of your women friends? And I promise guys, I'm an okay VTuber to watch. I promise. I'm not that cringe. Actually, well, I can't say that I'm not cringe on an Omegaverse stream. I don't know, man. Well, so, you know, this is my attempt both at attracting a higher level of the female audience, while also subjecting everyone else who happens to be watching me to this kind of pain. So, you know, that is how we are going to be doing this today. So I decided, just bait the female viewers with yaoi, they'll show up, you hope. I can't bait them with yaoi because I don't read yaoi, man. Okay, I always fight these allegations every single time. I have never once consensually read or watched a yaoi. And no, that's anime, that's manga, that's comic books, whatever. And like no yaoi whatsoever. A lot of yuri, no yaoi. The only time I got semi-close to reading yaoi happened to be when I discovered one day that shonen ai and shonen are two completely different genres, and shonen ai does not just necessarily mean, oh, it's just action. No. I didn't realize it until like 40 chapters in, when I realized how blushy like the guy's best friend was, and I was like, huh, that's kind of curious. Yeah. Milkman, welcome in! Have you ever watched YBC? What is YBC? I don't know that one. That one I don't know, but I'll be happy to hear about it. I've been watching like a lot of stuff recently. I've been trying to watch more of The Good Place. That's one of the things. I've been watching a lot of Supernatural and Dark Angels and Star Trek just to get myself prepared for today. But yeah, the unfortunate thing is that I remember nothing about everything I read. I don't remember anything. I'll be honest with you guys. So, all the information that I accumulated over the course of my 10-year of online existence, I have decided to put that all into a slideshow presentation for you all today. Yeah. And so I'm gonna go ahead and pull the slideshow up so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay. Slideshow, come up. It's time, slideshow. And full screen. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna switch you guys over to that so you guys could see my wonderful, wonderful slides here. Ah! Okay. Twitch, I gotta turn it on for YouTube. What? And Twitch. Okay, wait. Where is it? Where's my window? Okay, window. Yes, presentation. Where is my presentation? My presentation should be here indeed. Where is my presentation? Okay, I'm having a little bit of scuff today. A little bit of scuff today. That's okay. We're gonna make this work. Okay, display capture. Why not? You guys are gonna see the full screen experience. That should work. There you go. If you guys end up getting flashed by something, I don't know. I'm sorry. You guys might see the rest of my desktop, which I only have the two screens. Chinchilla, welcome in. She lives. I do live, and I'm gonna make it everybody's problem. So I'm gonna get nice and small here so that everybody can. Oh wait, shit! I forgot you guys can see that. All right. Alrighty. Yeah. Already is just, yeah. Anyways, we're gonna be getting this started soon. I'm very excited indeed. What if I just button? Yeah. Okay, now nice and small so that you guys could see everything that I can do with you guys here. So, yeah. I'm one of your I am one of your favorite problems. Thank you. I appreciate it. No, literally, I'll be honest with you. Like, I don't know how to not be a problem. I don't know how to not cause problems for myself or other people. Look at it, Vicky. Biting's going great. Thank you for that. But yeah, like, I don't know how to not cause problems for myself and other people. I have tried to stop being a nuisance for, like, the first half of my life, if not 75% of my life. And then I came to this realization one day that no matter what I could possibly do, I'm still gonna be a problem. So, you know, there's that. So now I figured, if I'm gonna be a problem regardless, I'm gonna be a problem in a way that I want to be a problem on purpose. Does that make sense? Yeah. Does that make sense? It made sense in my head. I'm gonna be the problem that I want to be in person. Ah! Yeah, that makes sense to me. Anyways, can you guys tell that I'm running off of like 7 or how many hours did I get last night? 3 hours of sleep. Can you guys tell I'm running off at 3 hours of sleep? Because I'm running off at 3 hours of sleep here. I went to work yesterday, guys, and they were like, "Hey, so you're coming in tomorrow, right, to help out?" And I was like, "Oh, but I have very important things to do, such as teach my teach people about fanfiction stuff." And you know, of course, that's not a valid reason to call off of work. So I am unfortunately going into work tomorrow. I get it. Welcome. Hope you guys are doing okay. Hope you guys are doing great. Oh, I just realized I don't think. Okay, there you go. Wait, I lost everything. What did I do? Where did everything go? Whoa. Huh? How did I break everything already? And I give up. Anyways. I feel like the more platforms that I go on to, or the more platforms that I get problems caused by, you know? It's just how it be. Alright. Let me go ahead and get you guys some wonderful, let's see, do I have any background music playing right now? I do not. So let's get that changed. Change that. Get you guys some nice little background music. Any requests? Otherwise, I'm just gonna do silly copyright-free music. Silly copyright-free music. Yeah. Double! Welcome! Oh man, she's back. You haven't seen the Go in a long time? Yeah! Okay, I'm back with, I decided that I'm gonna spread my influence across all platforms, as many platforms as I could possibly do. And I'm gonna make it, again, everybody's problem. So yeah. My only problem is that I don't have any background music right now, which is kind of bothering me. I mean, I feel like something like this deserves some background music. I could just play my Spotify playlist. Although if I do that, you guys are just gonna hear a whole lot of metal and grunge, and you guys might question my mental health with everything I do. So I don't know if I really want to do that. You know, I don't know if I really want to do that, but it's all right. I think we have. Okay, there you go. Music. One more time. Music. Okay, one more time. Music. Okay, if I do this enough times, the music will appear. Okay, you guys are just gonna have to do it with me. All right, new streamer. Who is this? Oh yeah, I just started streaming today, guys. I am little small streamer of This is my debut. These are my debut slides. Yeah, these are my debut slides. I've never once streamed before, so if I make mistakes, it's cause I'm a brand new streamer and not one who has 1 year of experience already. I'm just a little bean who doesn't know what she's doing. So please be nice to me and don't bully me at all. Yeah. Did I convince anybody? With that presentation? No. Okay, well, anyways. Debuting with the Omegaverse is wild. I need to be honest with all of you guys up front. If I were to lie, right, about anything that I do, and I'm dishonest with you guys, I wouldn't be able to let myself live, you know? I wouldn't be able to let myself live. I firmly believed that you guys deserve everything. You guys deserve my full transparency. So, you know, I will tell you guys all about my special interests. And again, I will make it all of your problem. Okay, media. Okay, there you go. Burp number 1. Okay. Background music. It's not much, but it's a lot. Okay, maybe I could just make a symphony on my burps and that'll be enough for a background music. How's that? How's that sound? That sound okay to everybody? I think it sounds wonderful personally. Okay, I'm also gonna, let's see. Can I yoink you? Okay, nope. Okay, you guys are gonna, everybody close their eyes. Everybody on YouTube and Twitch, close your guys' eyes. I hope they're closed. They better be closed because I'm gonna flash and then move and then, okay, shit, move faster, okay, you can open them now. Wait, where am I? Shit! Okay, so never mind. I guess I'm just gonna be this small forever. Alright, so I wanted to try see if I can adjust myself on the side screen. But then my file disappeared. It's alright, it's fine. I'm just gonna have to deal with this today. I forgot all my positions are dependent on this. Alright, so I think we love green screen side. Thank you. I love you guys too. Okay. I've said enough today. I have said enough Here's what I will do next. I think we've waited long enough for everybody to come filter on in. So everybody else who would like to come in later, they're just gonna have to pop in the middle of the presentation because I'm ready to get started. Are all of you guys ready to get started? I am. Okay. First and foremost, welcome over to an intro to the Omegaverse because I can. I made this presentation in the matter of 3 days. The longest time I spent was actually creating the visuals for the presentation. The actual studying and information I put on here, I can't lie, was done within 40 minutes before I had to start the stream. I got like most of the slides done, except it was only the aesthetics, and that was pretty much it. So I was finishing this as I was getting ready to stream today. Welcome! So, you know, we're gonna make this everybody's problem, and I hope you guys enjoy my very scuffed slideshow. Alright. Now, you guys might be asking, 𝛚, why in the world would you possibly decide to do a slideshow like this? Now, to sum it up very simply, there's no way that I can survive, like, having this knowledge and not share it, right? It's like a virus. It's like a mold. It's like a zombie. It bags me. There's this little voice in my head that like just kind of goes at me and it's like, 𝛚, tell people about the Omegaverse. 𝛚, tell people about fan fiction. 𝛚, tell everybody about the X-reader inserts you used to write in high school. 𝛚, leak your fan fiction history. Like, yeah, it's kind of going. It's going on. What the heck is this? Oh, 𝛚. Did you come in without understanding what this stream is gonna be about? Oh, you poor thing. You poor thing. Yeah, you're scared. You should be. Everybody should be. Now, I've had to suffer through 6 whole years of exposure. I'm 21. I learned about the Omegaverse. Wait, am I 21 or 22? Shit, wait. I'm 21. And I learned about the Omegaverse when I was at the ripe age of 15 years old, guys. Actually, potentially even 14 years old. Back when I was reading, that's back when I was reading more reader insert fan fictions about like anime, manga, book, whatever, we don't have to get into that. But yeah, 6 years of exposure. I had to do a 45-minute research deep dive, guys. 45 minutes of people here explaining to me all the nuances about the Omegaverse. I did that for you. I did that for all of you. That was for you guys, so that I could give you a very educated presentation, right? Yeah. So this is so you guys better thank me, actually. Get on your knees and thank me. 𝛚, thank you for suffering through all that. Thank you, 𝛚. Thank you. Yeah, I want to hear that. Echo it. No more bullying. Only the praise today. Because let me just say, the amount of psychic damage that I took from this video, I'm kind of blocking it right now, but let me do a out of the way. Yeah, so this video right over here, and like I said, it is can I zoom in? I can't zoom in. Yeah. Like I said, it is 44 minutes and 1 second long. This is exactly, that was the exact video that I decided to suffer through for all of you. And yeah, I'll just say that my slideshow is a very boiled down version of whatever it could be. Let me just warn you guys there, right? Welcome! But yeah, so thank you for the psychic damage. You are very welcome. I plan on doing that on the daily. But yeah, so to everybody else coming in, you guys are just in time to see the start of our presentation. I hope you guys are doing lovely. And let's get started. I guess let's get started to even more of this, right? Because yeah, as it says down here, it's your turn. It's you guys' turn. It's all your guys' turn. All right, next slide. 𝛚, what the heck is this? So the Omegaverse is basically an internet subgenre, right? And of course it was popularized by fanfiction. I can't even call it like just a fanfiction thing anymore, because now they're dropping manga and anime, primarily gay stuff, like all about the Omegaverse. And it's kind of infected public culture a little bit in a way that I really wish it didn't. Like, you might have heard about it briefly in passing, you know, like when people are talking about cringe stuff or stuff that you shouldn't Google or horrible fandom things, right? Yeah, so, but I will be explaining to you today all the nitty-gritty details in a way that is hopefully stream appropriate. You're taking notes, as you should. Everybody should be taking notes for this. I will have a pop quiz at the end of the stream. I'm gonna be putting a Google quiz inside of my Discord server for everybody to take, and the people with the highest scores will get Discord Nitro. Okay, maybe don't quote me on that, but maybe I will. I don't know. I haven't made any test. It's a lie. I haven't made any test. Maybe I will make a test. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it. Yeah, maybe I'll do it. Would you guys have to take a test? You guys want to be graded on this? I think I would be a great teacher, personally. I think I'd be an amazing teacher, because I'd give you guys all A's, right? Okay. You guys get all A's and it's just favoritism, yeah. Alright, let's move on. Here are the basics of the Omegaverse, everybody. So, okay. Omegaverse is also called something called ABO. Please keep in mind that you can only use like one slash between them. I have not confirmed this, but I am somewhat told that if you type in like 2 slashes in between each of those letters, it could be a slur. I am not aware of that, or I've seen the discourse online. I don't know how seriously anybody takes that. It's always okay to play it safe, right? Play it safe when it comes to slurs, guys. Don't say something if you think it could possibly be a slur. Although if you say anything with the right tone, I guess it could all be a slur. So maybe not. Kaiba, welcome! Yeah, so. Don't clip this shit! Don't clip this shit! Okay, I'm scared. I'm scared to have this stream immortalized. I'll be completely honest with you. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Alright, so this is a universe with a dominance-based hierarchy. And by that, I mean that there are people who are superior to others, and it's based in biology. Like biology, or biologically, there are some people that are superior than others. That is the belief here, right? And like I said, like I mentioned earlier, this is an internet subgenre birthed through fanfiction. I will be telling you guys exactly what birthed this later on in the stream. Saying anything with the right tone can be a slur. You can't freaking even... Yeah, it can! Be careful! You've got to be careful, guys. If you say anything wrong enough, it could come out as a slur. And it'll get clipped and posted to Twitter. And you'll get cancelled and flamed on the internet. And then you'll have to delete your accounts and create a new identity. And then pretend that you were a new streamer who never streamed before. And then eventually have to create a presentation about Omegaverse just for fun. Yeah. That's a lie. I'm not talking about myself, guys. That was a hypothetical example. That was a hypothetical example, yes, indeed. Hypothetically, yes. Alright. Okay. But yeah, I'll be giving you guys exactly where, what is responsible for this fucking thing. And as we probably mentioned a little bit before, or what you could probably guess through just what I've told you at this moment, it does have some reoccurring themes, I suppose, within the universe. Exploring things such as, things like, oh, who are you attracted to? Gender identity, people struggling through oppression, and most importantly, what we're all there reading this for is the smut. Yes, it's all porn. It's all porn. Okay, well, not all. It's not all of. Well, okay, a lot of it is smut, right? A lot of it is smut. And if you don't know what smut is defined as a erotic subgenre, right? Erotic subgenre of fiction. So yeah, it's a it's erotica basically, And if you don't know what any of those, if you don't know what choking, if you don't know what erotica is, that's yeah, you're probably too young to be in this stream. All right. IG, there's a non-smut Omegaverse. Yes, you do have to look hard. I need to fix my butts, I know. Okay, you do have to work hard, guys, in order to find the ones that don't have smut. But they exist, they do. Usually, if you go deep enough to it, you'll find it, right? And because the thing is that there are so many entries of comics or like whatever that are tagged with Omegaverse that it'll be literally impossible for there not to be something that's not about smut. You'll find everything under the sun with this one. All right, so. Now wait, let me explain to you, wait, before I go into the next slide, let me explain to you guys some of the visuals I chose. So of course I have this this wonderful screenshot of Tumblr because this is unfortunately where I learned all of this. Yeah, and then we have a screenshot of Archive of Our Own, which is again, unfortunately where I learned a lot of this. And we can ignore the other stuff that I put on here. It's not important to any of you guys. Alright! Now, the Omegaverse is kind of like an amalgamation, really. It's what I could describe as an all-you-can-eat buffet, where there's a little bit of everything, but it's all under one roof, right? So, it is a combination of different tropes, such as, you know, you have mates, which mates are people who just animal mates, people that you're attracted to. Yeah, sure, we'll do like something like that. Someone that you're bonded with. It's like souls, like soulmates, guys. Someone you're emotionally connected to. Yeah. I was trying to think of a way to explain that wasn't like immediately going to the smut stuff. Then we have Heat Cycles, which is from Dark Angels. I've never watched it. But I learned about it. Heat Cycles are basically when the people who are female presenting have a time of their month where, just like their period, they're just extremely freaking thirsty. They're thirsty, guys. Thirsty for stuff. And the kind of stuff that they're thirsty for, ooh, they go through it. Alright, then we have also just the werewolf stuff, Mpreg. And I don't really know how to get into the Mpreg thing. We're not gonna cover it this stream. I feel like Mpreg could be its a whole other subgenre. And yeah, so you guys might be wondering, Cypher, what the fuck do you mean mates in Star Trek? Yeah, that's what I mean. It is indeed Star Trek. I'll get into that later on. But symbols. All these symbols represent our different subtypes or classes or whatever the heck you want to call them or whatever. So you've got, it's usually Greek letters. So A, B, O, Alpha, Beta, Omega, right? I'm also covering shit, but who cares? Yeah, Alpha, Beta, Omega. These are the symbols. You guys want to remember them. They might be found in the wild. The unfortunate thing is that sometimes when I pass some college campuses, guys, I pass by freaking, sorority parties. And I have to stop myself from, when I hear them also using Greek letters, from saying something, right? I'm very scared about that, yeah. It is an unfortunate correlation that they do share. Yes. All right, so here's my general summary of breaking down all of those different subtypes, genre, whatever you want to call them. These are our different people, right? Our different types of people in this universe. Everybody in this universe can be divided into 3 types of categories. You can kind of just think of it as like a Disney, or as like a quotive quiz situation or BuzzFeed quiz. It's like a personality type, really, that you can fall under, except it's biological and all that stuff. So here's a summary of those different types. You have the alphas, which basically just sums up to harder, better, faster, stronger, hence why I copy-pasted all the lyrics to that song over and over and over again, but we don't have to talk about that. You have the betas, which are just normal everyday guys. They're just dudes. I don't know what to tell you about that. And then we have omegas, which are typically portrayed as the opposite of whatever this is. They're more on the docile side. They are described as being more motherly and all that stuff. People will often call, go into like the submission tropes. So, you've got the dominant, the submissives, and then the, the switches, the vanillas, the normals. I don't know what you want to call them. But yeah, that's kind of what that breaks down into. That's all you guys really need to know about that. Where's my next slide? Did it freeze? Next slide. Give me my next slide. It doesn't want me to go on. Okay. Next, we have the origin story. So after me telling all of you guys that, you guys might be wondering, okay, Cypher, you mentioned Star Trek earlier. You mentioned all these other tropes, how it's a built-in of all of that stuff. Where the fuck does it actually originally come from? And the answer for that is Star Trek. Because the reality is that it's all their fucking fault. I blame Star Trek for all of my problems. And I will stand by that until the end of days. So, yes, I'm very serious when I keep saying, guys, that it is literally their fault. The very first mention of a trope that eventually evolved into the Omegaverse happened to come from Star Trek, where I believe it was it the Vulcans? I don't remember. Some Star Trek nerd, come quote me on this. Don't quote me on this. But yeah, or correct me in chat. I don't really care. Okay, so yeah, the Vulcans, these very human-like people have these things called was it heat cycles or was it mates? I don't remember, but it's one of the two. It's one of those two. Anyways, yeah, that was the very first trope that birthed it all, honestly. Unfortunately. So now we can get into the official history of it, and let me elaborate a little bit more on that. Right. So while there were like a lot of, you know, mentions about the Omegaverse or things that were similar to it, around before 1990, like I mentioned, Star Trek was the first recorded mention of anything similar to that. We don't get into the actual modern day version of the Omegaverse until we hit about the 2010s, when there's that massive popularity boost. And if I'm not mistaken about this, it was originally based about a hierarchy system believed in wolves, where basically the wolves were divided into again alpha, betas, and omegas. That is definitely wrong. That's not how wolves go ahead and do their thing, but you know, that's how people thought that they did their thing for a little while until it was disproven. But yeah. Era of 2010. Like I said, this is where everything gets fucked up. This is where everything blows up out of proportion and becomes the Omegaverse that we know it of today. Now, from my research, guys, the very first modern fan fiction of our version of the Omegaverse was "I ain't no lady, but you're the tramp." Don't Google it, please. Don't read it. Don't Google it. You could probably find it somewhere. I don't want you to go through that again. I don't want you to go through that. Look, I know I'm here to make you all suffer. I don't want you guys to suffer through this. Because let me break it down for all of you. This is a Jensen Ackles x Jared Padalecki, I don't know how to pronounce their names, fanfiction. And if you don't know who the fuck those characters are, they are brothers! Okay, they're not brothers. They play brothers! They play brothers! Let me get out of the way here. I'm zooming really into I should have moved where I should have adjusted where I put their faces. But yeah, these guys play brothers, guys, on the hit show Supernatural. Like, the long-running show Supernatural. The first modern Omegaverse fanfiction, guys, was like basically incest. Well, not really incest, but like, yeah, non-canon incest, right? I had to censor some of this for you guys. I had to censor that on the stream, man. Like, it's bad. It's bad. I don't want to get into this. We're not gonna do. Oh my gosh, please don't curse me with a meeting stream on this. I don't want to be doing that. I don't want to do that. I never want to do a reading stream of this. Well, maybe I will. Maybe on a subathon event. Maybe if I'm streaming for like 8+ hours and need something to fill the time, maybe I'll read it. Maybe I'll read it for $50. You know, I'll read it for $50. That's my price on that. I like how I went from I'll never compromise on my morals to I will compromise on my morals for a lump sum of change. Do not $50. Don't do anything, Arctic. Please don't do anything, Arctic. Please don't do anything, Arctic. Please. I don't. Please. Is that down? Oh my gosh, please. I'm scared. Actually, never. I take everything back. If I do a fanfiction reading of this, I'm gonna have to censor some shit. We will do it. I will do it in the Discord where I will not get penalized and banned for this shit. And if I do it on stream, I will have to censor a shit ton of stuff. All right, so there you go. You're never starting to wish that you never found my YouTube shorts. Didn't I make a wonderful first impression on you guys all? Didn't you? Yeah, I think I made a wonderful first impression. Yeah. Look, my only thing is I don't want to read it in public because it's just, like I said, there's a lot of porn in it. I don't know. It sounds like that's not the greatest fic. Yeah, I've read better, you know. But I mean, to be fair, it was like the oldest one, so I have to talk about that. 2010, July 24th, 2010. So that was what? Oh my gosh, I should have saved this stream for July 24th. Oh, that would have been great. Oh, I'm filled with FOMO. I'm filled with regret, guys. Maybe I shouldn't have showed you guys this presentation for today. Imagine it. I could have presented this presentation to you all on the anniversary of the Omegaverse's birthday. Guys, I could have celebrated its birthday with all of you. Oh, wait, no, I'm gonna remember that date. I'm screenshotting that date. Somebody write it down. I'm gonna make an event out of that. We're celebrating the Omegaverse birthday in July 24th. Yeah. You should have known that this was your first red flag because the first short that you watched of me was the Ice Bear fanfiction short. And again, okay. To anybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about, these allegations here, I may or may not have posted a short form video going on and admitting that I written Ice Bear X Reader fanfiction when I was a little bit too old to be writing Ice Bear X Reader fanfiction. Not in a furry way, right? I need to clarify that. It wasn't because it was furry. It was just because, I don't know, man. I don't know. I saw fan art of his human version, and I was kind of just game over for young little me. I don't want to get into. We don't have to get into that this time. But yeah, I actually made that confession live in front of people, and then it got turned into a short, and then that confession got to even more people. So yeah, no, that's great. That's great. Yeah. So basically, though, what you should take away from that little story, that little tidbit over there, is that I am well equipped to tell you guys about all of this shit. I have so much experience. Off and on. And although most of my experience is just with the smut side of things, but we don't gotta get into that. Omegaverse evolution. Yes. How did it become into the Omegaverse that we got it today? Well, let's get into it. Wait, let me get into this. Basically, what happened, right, is when the Omegaverse first released, and people created that fanfiction. What happened was that people started taking tropes surrounding other types of fanfiction, and they decided to kind of combine it. Over time, the Omegaverse evolved into what it is by basically cherry picking individual tropes from different kinds of genres or different kinds of literature or whatever you want to call it. They grew by absorbing the creativity of others, and as authors continued to read these sorts of things, the more that it became a more well-defined thing. So it's kind of like a Forge and Iron situation, right? You have the one rough draft, and then everybody saw it, went wild, and now you got the masters creating stuff, right? Yeah. Nowadays you could find the Omegaverse stuff about everything. You can find it in manga, you could find it in shows still. Honestly, anything about werewolves is still kind of bordering on the Omegaverse stuff real there. I really thought that they were gonna get into it with Twilight. I'm very surprised that with Twilight they didn't actually, go in too deep into the Omegaverse stuff. I have read some of Stephanie Meyer's other books though. I read some of her other books. She does write a werewolf romance book that I read some odd 9 years ago. But I don't remember there being a lot of porn in that one. It could have been though because it was in a library full of high school and middle school kids, so that's probably the reason why. Anyways, yeah, the Omegaverse is everywhere. That's all you gotta know. Now, here are the most in all of the fandoms here. Let me think of how to say this. In all the fandoms here, guys, there are some fandoms who are more obsessed with Omegaverse than the others, right? I have collected this list of 5, the top 5. This was as of last year or something. But yeah, as of top 5 right now, these are the fandoms that have the most Omegaverse fanfictions tagged in them, right? First off, we've got BTS. Yes. The K-pop band. I'm serious, the K-pop band. Don't leave! Don't leave, guys! I promise the slideshow's almost over! It's almost over! Yeah, just stay through the rest of it! It's okay! It's okay! Yeah, so first off was BTS. Yes, the K-pop band. This was my gateway drug, guys. This was my gateway drug. Because I also read a lot of BTS fanfiction. Even though I barely liked the music. Anyways, second, to nobody's surprise, My Hero Academia. Which, from what I know about how, My Hero ended up getting well received in the West, I will say. Now, keep in mind, I was a teenager when My Hero Academia came out, guys. I was in high school. I was there during the peak cringe of all of that. I went to conventions and I saw freaking Todoroki and Deku cosplayers kissing. I don't know, man. These are high school students. High school students. I'm not surprised that they went in, that they got some of the Omegaverse stuff into there. I can't lie. Okay, and then, of course, in third place, you have Supernatural. It's a legacy thing, you know? I'm genuinely surprised that there are things that beat Supernatural, just given how, like, long this show ran. And like I said, this was the first instance. I really expected there to be more of it. You're really old? Oh, Archie, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to imply that anybody here was old. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right, and then next, so this was one that I wasn't expecting. Let me get out of the way here. This was one I wasn't expecting. Hi Q. I think I spelled it wrong. Hi Q, guys. I didn't realize that this had that many ABO fanfics. I'll be honest with you. I mean, they have a lot of boys in it. Yeah, they have a lot of boys in it. Wait, I'm starting to realize something. I'm coming to a conclusion, guys. Wait. BTS, MHA, Supernatural, Haikyuu. You want to know what all those top 4 have in common? Is that there is a very huge shipping culture between boy on boy. Was ABO always this gay? No, ABO is always this gay. Yeah, you never read. Okay, I'm sorry. I got into ABO for the straight stuff. It still blows me away that this was spawned in by all the yaoi stuff. It's all doomed. Yeah, it's all doomed yaoi, honestly. But trust me, there is stuff. Lots of men, guys, and all of these things. Yeah, I have lots of. Okay, but yeah, so basically, I've never watched Teen Wolf, so I can't comment on it. But I have seen all these other ones. I was obsessed with Supernatural for the longest time, you guys. I cannot lie. Isn't Haikyuu the anime about young adult male basketball players? It was volleyball players, but yes, you are correct. Baby, welcome in. What the fuck is this? Oh yeah, I'm just showing a little educational fan fiction about let me just go to the first slide real quick. Yeah, Omegaverse intro. We've got through 13 slides so far out of 23, guys. We're only 10 slides away from the ending. Aren't you guys so proud of me? Only 10 slides away, guys. Knowing shipping culture, you wouldn't be surprised if there was yaoi shipping in that either. Oh yeah, no, yeah, there's probably 100%. I guarantee. The first few seasons of Supernatural were really good. I can agree to that. I can attest to that. No, I loved Supernatural when it first started. Like, I remember thinking that it was gonna be like a really suspenseful horror show. I loved it. I genuinely loved it. And I loved how scary it was. I was up late watching that and like being scared out of my mind. That's what like sparked my joy and my entry into like reading and watching horror books and stuff and media, consuming horror media. And yeah, I just loved it. I loved it. Supernatural stuff. I just like the idea of being scared, guys. I like the idea of being scared, and I like the idea of being threatened in a safe way, in a safe environment, in a safe consensual environment where I consent to being scared and yeah, threatened, yeah. What generation is this? Oh, you don't. Yeah. I don't get into this. You should do like a post like you're in the Omegaverse stream. No. That's a video. That's an actual video. Guilty, thank you for the head pat. Thank you for the head pat, buddy. What? Why did somebody... Oh, is somebody rating it? No. Is somebody rating into this? No. Go away. Okay, I'm joking. Oh my gosh, I'm so joking. I'm joking. Okay. Hello, Raiders. Welcome. Welcome in. If you guys are wondering why I'm panicking at your guys' entry, this is probably like the worst stream I could have new people come in and see me as. I don't want this to be my first impression for a lot of people, but I guess it's gonna be. Like, I can't believe that I keep getting raged at the worst possible time. And to everybody on other platforms who don't know what I'm talking about, a raid is basically when another stream ends and they decide to take all of their viewers, they put all their viewers in a cute little box and tie it up with a bow and they chuck it at another live streamer. That is what just happened. And it had to happen when I was teaching people about the Omegaverse. I never get raids. Well, I get like maybe one raider stream. I barely get raids. Why? But yeah, we just finished covering the history and these, you know, regular dynamics. Oh, I forgot to mention, guys, a lot of the tropes about the Omegaverse that I would want to tell you guys about, I unfortunately cannot because it would get me banned. It would get me banned. So I had to censor all the rest of that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it's best to... It was meant to be. Oh, yeah. Anyway, shout out to 𝛚Cut. Thank you so much for the raid. I'll take well good care about your community, indeed. Yeah, thanks for the follow. Oh my gosh, people are following me from this. You're so sorry for the stream to let you wish. Oh, you just wish. I hope you're doing wonderful. I'm doing great, 𝛚Cut. Thank you. All right. Where was I? I was on slide 13. Guys. I spent so much time on this fucking slideshow. Oh my gosh. There's just so much of the slideshow. All right. Next one. Okay, next up. This is another big part about the Omegaverse, and it just breaks down the social structure of things. Like I mentioned on like slide, what was it? Slide. 1, 2, slide 4. Yeah, slide 4. As I mentioned on this slide when I was explaining the basics, this is a universe that's like based with like dominance that's affected by biology, right? So biologically, you are assigned one of these, groups, right? One of these groups. And based off of that group that you are assigned at birth, guys, this is assigned to you genetically. That'll determine like how you're treated in society, apparently. Egg told me that I was a weird but a very good friend of his, so here you are. Oh, thank you! Thank you, Nani the Pizza. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I don't know. Like, am I a little bit weird? Am I a little bit weird? I don't know about that. I think this is just completely normal stuff, guys. I mean, if you guys saw how many fanfiction stuff was posted about BTS, oh, let me just tell you guys. In comparison, I'm very tame. At least I wasn't writing fanfiction for any of these. Wait, let me go ahead and defend myself. I did not contribute, despite what you guys might be thinking about me, I did not contribute to any of the fanfiction written in ABO. I was just a consumer. I did not contribute to it. I know I wrote a lot of fanfiction. I know I've admitted to writing some really weird shit here. I've read some really weird shit on stream because somebody paid me $30 once to read a chapter of my old fanfiction that I found on Wattpad. And I read it, and it was really bad. 12-year-old me needed fucking help at therapy. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, that's contributing via reading it. No, I didn't. Okay, I didn't contribute as in I didn't add to the amount of Omegaverse fix to any of these. All right, that's what I mean. Next up. So back to the social structure. Back to the social structure. Okay, the hierarchy roughly goes and follows this amount. You remember that, Jim? Yeah, Double, you're an OG. Of course you remember that. I hope everybody who remembers that stream wipes it from their memory. Alright, I think clips of it still exist somewhere. I just haven't made shorts of them. Like I said, so this is a hierarchy of what it roughly boils down to. So we've got alphas at the very top. We've got betas at the very middle. I got the omegas at the very bottom, right? So you've got our superior types, our normal everyday guys, and then... like, okay, actually, can I draw on this? I'll be honest with you, it's actually kind of more like so I know that this makes it seem like, oh, omegas and betas, there's kind of like a fair amount of stuff. But, Vivian's welcome! Okay, but like, even though they look kind of similar, I would actually argue, wait, maybe not that. Maybe like, I'd actually argue that like, omegas take up like even less of that. Like, so in most cases, you need to understand that omegas are kind of seen as like the scarcity. You know, they're not as common. Alphas are indeed very like uncommon, but there are certain fics where like omegas are also not as represented. The biggest reason is because a lot of all of the omegas are also cosplaying as the betas for safety, right? So it's for safety reasons pretty much. How do I undo all this? Oh well, we're just gonna deal with it. So yeah, I would argue that, so even though this is how the hierarchy goes, where omegas are at the top, betas are at the middle, and then omegas are at the bottom, the actual like how they're designed, or like how many people there are in each of these subtypes, or I should say the population, actually goes more like I'd say, so yeah, betas make up the primary, then you have the alphas, and then omegas are usually, yeah, the 1%. Vivis broke it down really simply, very, very simply. You've got betas as the primary, or as a majority, alpha's like 10%, omega's like 1%, pretty much. There are differences, of course, depending on the fic that you're reading. Like I kind of mentioned earlier, this is fan fiction, so a lot of creative liberties are often taken with all of these. So there are gonna be changes regardless. Are we talking about canon or with or without the Emperor? We don't. I'm not getting into the Emperor of the stream. I'm not getting into the Emperor of the stream. But yeah, this is basically how the hierarchy goes. If I'm being like pretty much it. And to explain it a little bit more, you just feel like you walked into the weird side of Twitch. Shush! Completely normal, guys. Completely normal side of streaming, everybody. Completely regular size streaming. Yeah. Okay. Omegaverse is like a Pokemon Nuzlocke. Few mandatory rules and a lot of optional rules. Well said, Venus! Well said. The Omegaverse is Pokemon. Cypher said it here. FIFA said it here, guys. Don't forget, the Omegaverse is Pokemon. Ah! I will not elaborate. That's gonna be a clip. I'm gonna use it as a threat. What do you mean it's gonna be a clip? That's gonna be a threat. I'm threatening everyone who's into Pokemon that I will turn it into Omegaverse. Alright. But yeah. As far as the hierarchy stuff goes, can I like... I do wanna turn this off. I regret drawing. Oh wait, eraser tool. There's an eraser tool. I found it. Okay, there you go. Yay, we can redo. All right, all right. So, pretty much to give you guys a little bit more actual information about this hierarchy shit, right? Because of the way that alphas present themselves, which are pretty much like I said, they're big, strong, dominant people. Men or women? I should have clarified this earlier. These types of subcultures, they could be both male or female. It doesn't really matter. This is like considered their secondary gender in a way. Yeah. But yeah, so people who are alphas are typically stronger, smarter, faster, better at doing things, right? Better at doing things. And they're more charismatic as well. So these guys tend to dominate the rest of everyone else. Betas, because they are, of course, the primary, these are people who don't really show too many signs of being either an alpha or omega. So that means that they're kind of like our switches in the between. And they will make up most of the population. So they're kind of like, again, like I said, they're your everyday man. But they are also responsible for upholding a lot of the systems that protect or support alphas and omegas, right? So these are kind of like our peacekeepers. These are our peacekeepers. Now, usually at the bottom, that's where we find the omegas. Because not only are they submissive, do they tend to be on like the more submissive side to even the betas, but of course they're extra submissive to the alphas, right? So they're on the bottom of everybody. And a lot of fanfiction wants to beat that into you. And so in a lot of societies and a lot of the hierarchy, because even though they might be like the 1% population, they will often be like, what's that? How do I put it? What do I put it? Like a discriminated against 1%. Yeah. A discriminated 1%. This is where we get into like the things like, you know, social issues and racism. And we don't have to get too into that. I'm not doing that much of a deep dive into it. If you guys want to see all that stuff, there are YouTube videos, I'm sure. You guys can suffer through the same YouTube videos I had to, yeah. That's what I'll be going into. Oh, good night, I hope you have a wonderful night. Oh, it was fun to read me. Thank you, I appreciate it so very much. Hi, welcome in, Angeliki. Okay. Alright, yeah, so that's basically the hierarchy stuff. Like, abridged. Okay, now, because like I said, the hierarchy is what affects the society types. I would say that it breaks down into 3 types of societies. Type 1, Type 2, whatever the fuck this is. This was supposed to be Type 3, but this is supposed to be Type 3 over here. I accidentally typed the wrong thing. I forgot to change. It's part of the slideshow, guys. Uh-oh. You learned some stuff today. You thought the beta was the most bottom? They are the most common, but they're not on the bottom. Yeah, they can still like dominate omegas and stuff like that. So that is unfortunate. That is a thing. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, this is supposed to be Type 2, Type 1, Type 2, Type 3. But I split it into 3 subtypes of societies that you can fall into. So these are the world building building aspects, you guys. The world building aspects. So in Type 1, you have it where everybody is treated equal and fair. This is our utopia. This is if the world peace was accomplished and everything is good and everything is nice and happy. And this is like where most of your fluff fanfiction is, right? You don't want to get into the hard stuff. You just want a nice, pleasant little backdrop to complement the really heavy smut. That's what this Type 1 is. So it's where public and private systems or support structures exist. So this, though, I'm talking about things like, heat suppressants, which if you don't, like, I will get into these things a little bit later, but I will not get into them now. So like basically things that support the alphas and omegas and guarantee their safety exist. That is heat suppressants. That is what else? What else is it? Is rut rooms. That is. Oh my gosh, there's escort services for omegas and heat. I could go into this a lot. I don't really want to get into that today. All right, yeah. Okay, type 2. This is what is like kind of the usual, the standard. It's a mix of both type 1 and type 2. So this is like the more kind of realistic, closer to the actual real life kind of thing, where sometimes the lower ranks are protected, but things are still prejudiced, right? So this is like where you get things like stereotypes. Like in this society, people still stereotype against things like omegas and alphas. Like they think that, oh, maybe omegas are, you know, oh, they're not good for anything, or they're only good for staying at home, taking care of the kids. And alphas are only good for, like, you know, working hard and working strong. I don't know. It kind of depends. It varies. But yeah, sometimes they're protected. Most of the time they're discriminated against, even though there's some kind of support system still in place. And then you have my type 3, which is alpha strong, alpha rule, beta's meh, and omegas barely count as human. This is where we get into like the dark side of society, guys. The dark side of Omegaverse society. This is where we get into the really like dystopian oppressed shit. This is the what's it called? This is the apocalyptic stuff, the post-apocalyptic rule where there's alphas, omegas, and betas. This is the post-apocalypse version of all these other types, where because of their superior traits, because alphas are seen as stronger and faster and smarter or whatever, they, even though they're small in numbers, they still dominate over the rest of them, right? Yeah, it is kind of something. It is something. That is, so this is like the extreme, I would say. I wish I could say, well, you will find, I will clarify, there will be some kind of subgenre, right? I'm sure you'll find some fics where omegas are actually like worshipped or whatever, they're taken care of, or they're seen as like the primary. That is true. That is true. That is very true. There are definitely medias that will do that kind of thing. It's just not common is all. You have to look a little bit harder. I feel like it's becoming more common now though, because the Omegaverse is spreading a little bit further than I thought it would. But anyways, yeah, it's kind of spread. It's like a virus, really. It's a virus. Ow! How dare, Cass. Now here's the part where I want to get into basically everything that you guys are probably wondering about. And this is where most people have the most questions about. Cyphery, what is a rut? Cyphery, what is a heat? Cyphery, what is slick? Cyphery, what is nodding? I don't want... Now, my problem with all of that, guys, is that in this section, I will explain all of that to you. But even if I wanted to, I'd probably get banned. Genuinely, if I wanted to, I would get banned, you guys. These are... So, even though biology, of course, makes up a very big part of all of, you know, of this genre, right? How do the bodies work? How do they do all this stuff? As much as I would like to get into it, because trust me, it is definitely a wormhole. I'm trying not to get demonetized. Well, I'm not even monetizing these, but I'm trying not to get banned anywhere. You know, I want to protect myself at least somewhat. So I did unfortunately have to, you know, go ahead and censor this portion. I should do a private stream on the Discord. I will plan that as an event. We will do a Omegaverse sexual education course. That's what we'll do. I will have examples of fan fiction you guys can read. Everybody join the Discord. Yeah, no, good. Oh my gosh, we're gonna scare so many people away. Oh gosh, please. I hope no. Imagine somebody comes into the Discord, guys. They get out of purgatory after I let them see all the channels, and they're like, I came here for the Omegaverse sexual education 101 course. Yeah. What am I doing with my life? Okay. Whew. Yeah. But yeah. Basically, if I could sum it up, you could just think of dog anatomy a lot of the time, right? Where there are times where your natural instinct to do something outweighs most of reason, right? And in those times, people are more likely to do things that yeah. I mean, like I said, this was originally based off of Smut, so I can't really tell you guys much. I can't explain myself. Q&A time. That is unfortunately most of what I had there. Wait, I thought I had more slides. Did I not have more slides? Oh. Anyways, Q&A time. If anybody has any questions, I'd be more than happy to talk to you guys all about all of them. I'd be so happy, guys. Should I do a mod ranking of how I think I would rate all of you guys in the if they were alpha, betas, or omegas? There are quizzes to do that. A lot of people will post quizzes to do that on the internet. So, you know, like I said, it's like a personality trait, right? Where can you read all of this? Oh, okay. So I highly recommend you specifically go to Archive of Our Own, because you can explicitly filter only fanfiction works that include Omegaverse shit, right? Like, you could, that's a thing. You could specifically look only for Omegaverse stuff. I highly recommend Archive of Our Own. That's a really good site. Tumblr is another one. Tumblr, you'll find it in the wild. Like, if you're like me and you read smut religiously, then it'll just kind of show up on your page. But otherwise, you know, yeah, I don't know. I read most of mine on Wattpad because, of course, I was writing fanfiction on Wattpad, so that's where I found out a lot of things. I'm having more flashbacks. You guys are finally free. Oh, you guys are. I actually want to answer Revis's question seriously. Let's see. If I had to rank any of my mods, I would say Psy the streamer is definitely an alpha. I think I've showed off so many alpha stereotypes and energy. I feel like you guys can trust me to protect the pack. I'm sure you guys see me as the dominant one in our chat streamer relationship. I'm pretty sure that you guys don't see me as a submissive one in our chat streamer relationship whatsoever. I am the one who controls all of the stream. So I am the one who makes all the choices, and I am the one over here on the top. Yeah. I will not be taking criticism. Next we have in the B category for my betas, I will have to say, Sober is definitely a beta. Sober is a beta. I would argue that with me in the alphas, I have Nat. Nat's also an alpha with me. I think Nat's also an alpha. I think Nat is my other mod's name, right? I'll be honest, I kind of forgot sometimes. I'm horrible. Okay, yeah, then you have that. Nat along with me is in alpha territory there. Who else are mods on my channel? Who else? Who is not? Okay, is it not Nat? Is not their name? Oh my gosh! Did I get the name wrong? Nara? I got the name wrong. Nara's not here, right? Nara's busy doing stuff. Please don't tell them. Please, nobody scold me. Please, nobody tell me. Okay, in my defense, guys, Nara happens to be somebody who decided to work with me exclusively as a joke, right? They submitted a mod application for the funny, and I accepted it just because I could. No, you're right. It is Nara. That is who I met. Nat was just on my mind because I had someone friend me on Discord or something. We don't have to get into that. We don't have to get into that today. All right, off topic. Can I erase my shit, please? Thank you. Retyping that. Oh no! I erased myself from the alpha category. No. These pens are really finicky. I feel like everything's broken here. Okay. But yeah. Then we have Nara. Then we have me. Okay, then we have... What other mods do I have? Aqua my dearest. Also... Actually... No. I would say Aqua would put herself as an Omega. If you guys don't know who who Aqua is, she doesn't show up in any of my streams too much anymore. She helped me a lot in the very beginning of everything. She was the one who originally coded my bot and everything like that. But she was super helpful. She was super helpful. But I would say I'd put her at the bottom. I think, did I unmod my sister? I might have unmodded my sister, but I also put her at the bottom, honestly. Yeah, I put her at the bottom. So we'll put that, I don't remember what her name is, but yeah, sister. Yeah! Aqua is above Alpha. No, she's in a special place, guys. She's in a special place in my heart. Special place, protected place. Yeah, she's protected, guys. All right. Next, I think we only have our last 2 mods, right? Our last 2 official mods, right? 𝚚C and 𝚚. 𝚚C, I'm sure these are you guys, my most active mods, are wondering what the heck's going on, right? Where you guys fall on the spectrum. Now, I have to say this. I'm gonna put 𝚚 on the bottom in the Omega category. I'm putting 𝚚 at the bottom Omega category. 𝚚 is going at the bottom. 𝚚C, I will put in beta category. I feel like he has the he's kind of like in the middle of the alpha beta spectrum. See, honestly, you know, like, I would say you go there. And if any of you guys want to actually see this, we'll take the Omegaverse quizzes again, I guess, later. I'll post the Omegaverse quiz somewhere if you guys ever want to find out what you actually are. The most accurate Omegaverse quiz that was like 30-something questions long. Woo! You've gotten all of them, actually. Oh, yeah. I usually, whenever I take those quizzes, I get some of them. I get my 2 results have been needy beta and something Omega, but I'm not an Omega, guys. Those are both incorrect. I'm an Alpha. Best of all worlds, you see? Yeah. JJ! You're a beta, man, too, I gotta say, man. You're a beta, I can't lie. I forgot I got with JJ, guys. I did. Okay. Anyways, we spent a long time on that question. We did indeed. Now, this is probably where I should end the stream, right? I should probably end the stream here. But wait. Guys, as much as I would like to say goodbye to all of you, and like to say that this is the end of my presentation, I'm not done. I'm not done. 𝚚C! Wait, Arctic! Thank you for the gift subs, bro! Oh, you're so sweet. But yeah, guys, I'm not done. I could end the slideshow here, but I'm not finished. Because I would like to announce, everybody, I would like to announce that the Omegaverse, how the Omegaverse can improve your life slideshow will be coming soon to a stream near you. A stream near you, guys. I'm making another slideshow presentation in the works right now. I've just gone ahead and tell all of you guys how the Omegaverse works. Next, I will go over both how it works more clearly, as well as how it can improve your life, guys. Stay tuned for that one. Without further ado, I'm really done. I'm done. The amount of cringe I had, guys, when I was like researching this, the amount of psychic damage I got from this, I need to go bury myself in a hole. This is gonna have to be a short stream today. Ooh. What would I rate Arctic if he was an Alpha, Beta, or Omega? Ooh. Because I've chatted with them, I get very strong. I'd say beta vibes. Unlike, so where 𝚚C says beta leaning Alpha, Arctic, I would argue, is beta leaning Omega. He's closer to the bottom of the spectrum. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. That's because of how helpful he is. He's so helpful, but like in a way where it's like it's almost comforting and caring, right? 𝚚C, however, is helpful in a way where it's like he's telling me what to do all the time, guys. It's mod on streamer abuse right there, even though I kind of need it. It's mod on streamer abuse, guys. Off screen. You guys don't know what kind of things happen off screen. It's horrible stuff, guys. Horrible, horrible things. Not really. I'm exaggerating, but you know. Alright! I'm gonna be... It's only abuse if it harms me. True. It's just tough love if that's the case. Oh my gosh, I'm so I'm like genuinely so tired with this. Oh my gosh, I worked so hard on this slideshow presentation, you guys. I did. Oh my gosh, I really wish I could tell you guys more. Oh, there was supposed to be another slide where I was gonna tell you guys what kind of examples I had, which unfortunately would also have to be censored. Yeah. Oh well, I will improve on this in the future. I will also improve my presentation. I'll be completely real with you guys. I did this stream with only what I remembered from the video I watched 3 months ago, and of course all my cumulative knowledge that I gathered over the course of my life. I haven't done any actual like recent studies on this. Yeah, I haven't done any recent studies on this. I watched one YouTube video in ×3 speed 20 minutes before this, 20 minutes before this presentation had to go live. And yeah, I was ill-prepared. But you know what? We made it work. I was like, should I cancel and just reschedule even though it's not ready? No, I'm not gonna do that. You guys are gonna get this fucking thing, even if it's the death of me. I was up until fucking 3 AM last night, and I woke up at 7 AM this morning to work on this. That's also on me for waiting until last minute, though. But yes, I think I've tortured everybody enough. I think I've definitely tortured everybody enough. I would like to call this a day. Rookie sleep schedule, yeah, indeed. I would like to call this a day. And I have to go to work now, and I wanna rest. I wanna rest myself. Normally I have a lot more energy for these, but today exclusively, you guys are going bye-bye. Yeah, you guys are going bye-bye. I'll say goodbye to the YouTube stream first.